The X-Men. The Return of the Blob. The surprise of the year. In this jam-packed issue, you will meet the X-Men's new leader. Also co-featuring the evil you-know-whos. X-Men, the most unusual teenagers of all time. The Return of the Blob. Co-starring Magneto and his evil mutants. Written with all the spellbinding skill of Stan Lee. Drawn with all the titanic talent of Jack Kirby. Inked with all the vibrant verve of Chick Stone. Lettered with all the words spelled right by Art Simek. It's come at last, the moment we've been waiting for. We are looking at the Uncanny X-Men, accompanied by Professor Xavier, as they pose before an automatic camera on their graduation day. But perhaps their smiles would not come so easily if they could suspect the incredible dangers they will soon be facing. Then, after the memorable photo has been snapped, Professor, I've been waiting for a chance to tell you how much I appreciate all you've done for me, and for all of us. Nonsense, Scott. All I did was take the talent all of you already had, and channel it in the right direction. You youngsters did all the work. But without you, we'd have remained misfits, in a world that could never understand us, with no purpose, no goals. Did the picture come out okay, Bobby? Don't ask me, pal. Ask the camera. Perhaps we should send a photo to Magneto, with a suitable inscription such as, "Always thinking of you." Now that the ceremony is over, I'd best return to my chair. Let me help you, sir. Thank you, Jean. You've mastered your telekinetic power perfectly. Just as all of you have mastered your mutant powers to my complete satisfaction, there is nothing more that I can teach you. Say, Prof, I just noticed, my diploma's a blank. There's no writing on it. Naturally, my uncomprehending friend. It was just a prop for the photo. You wouldn't expect a diploma which reveals to the world that you are a full-fledged X-Man, would you? As a matter of fact, I do have diplomas for you, which testify that you've successfully completed your normal prep school curriculum, as indeed you have done. And now, I shall not bore you with long speeches, but I must tell you this. You are each more than mere Homo sapiens. You are the forerunners of Homo superior, superior man. You each have a priceless extra mutant power to be used for the good of humanity. And you must still keep your X-Men identity secret, for the world of ordinary humans is not yet ready to accept you, while Magneto and his band of evil mutants still seek to destroy you. And now, it is time for me to bid you farewell. Farewell? Yes, I have many unfinished tasks which I must now turn my attention to, so I must leave you for a while. But before I go, I shall appoint one of you as group leader, to act in my behalf till I return. Meanwhile, in a lonely ramshackle mansion, which stands high upon a windy hill, half hidden at the edge of town, another conversation takes place. Well, well, if it isn't the beautiful but haughty Scarlet Witch, To what do I owe the honor of this visit? Don't flatter yourself, Mastermind. You know I did not come to see you. Magneto has summoned me. Where is he? He hasn't arrived yet. But while we're alone, I have something to say to you, my lovely one. Nothing you can say would interest me, and you know it. Wanda, you are a fool. With you beside me, we could accomplish anything. Together, our power might even exceed Magneto's. You lie. You have no real power. Merely the gift of creating illusions. But I care not for power. Once I have paid my debt to Magneto, I hope to leave this dreadful band, to be free at last. But see what I could do for you. At the slightest gesture, I give you a palace to reside in. I can surround you with luxury. What does it matter if it is merely an illusion? It will always seem real to you. No. With you, even a palace would seem like a hovel to me. Then I can offer you travel. With the snap of a finger, we could be in Europe, on an open-air terrace, overlooking the Riviera, or the Swiss Alps. Enough. You weary me with your empty images. When will Magneto arrive? Magneto, Magneto! Am I always to be plagued by that name? He doesn't feel about you as I do. He has no emotions, no heart. Stay back. The very sight of you is repugnant to me. Mastermind. You dare? Who? Magneto. Yes, Magneto. The one who could snuff out your treacherous life as easily as I'd snuff out a candle. Magneto. The one you have sworn allegiance to. Forgive me. I meant no harm. You know I am loyal to you. Ha! Loyalty is for Homo sapiens. I expect no loyalty. I only demand fear and blind obedience. That noise. What happened? Wanda, are you all right? Yes, my brother. Do not worry. I shall worry, as long as we must serve Magneto. But hear this, evil ones. If any harm ever comes to my sister, you shall all answer to Quicksilver. I have pledged that none shall be harmed, so long as you obey me implicitly. And now, enough of this charade. There is work to be done. Remember, before we can find a way to conquer and rule the inferior humans who inhabit our planet, we must first defeat their self-styled protectors, the accursed X-Men. And I have devised a new plan to destroy them. Ha! I knew you would strike back again, Master. Mighty Magneto fears nothing. Silence, Toad. Keep your cackling comments to yourself till I am done. While back at the X-Men's secret school, Scott, would you accompany me to the West Wing? Certainly, sir. Strange. This is the one section that had been off-limits to us. I imagine that you have long wondered what is kept in this darkened, locked section of the school. Yes, sir. We have all been curious about it for months. Then, after the lights are turned on... Gosh, what is all that? Something I've been working on for a long, long time. You are the only other person who will share my secret. It is actually a complex ESP machine, which I call Cerebro, from the Latin cerebrum, meaning the brain. Its sole purpose is to aid in detecting new mutant brain waves, to help us to locate other mutants, both good and evil. ESP, Extrasensory Perception, Editor. These wires lead directly to my private office, transmitting all ESP data as soon as it is received. But sir, why do you need that machine? I thought you could detect other mutants by the power of your brain alone. True, Scott. I personally have little need for such apparatus. But, while I am gone, the one who replaces me will find it most useful. The one who replaces you. Exactly. I have decided that you, the X-Man known as Cyclops, shall be group leader until I return. Me? But sir, the Beast is a better scholar, while Angel is more aggressive, but it is you who possesses the rare quality of leadership. My decision stands. And so, early the next morning. Imagine, no duties for us old grads today. Let's have a real celebration. Too bad the professor can't join us, but he's already left. It's a pleasure to be divested of the encumbrance of our X-Men uniforms. I wish you'd learn to speak English, Hank. Hey, let's go find Scotty Boy. The light's on in the professor's study. Let's see if... Scott? Behind the prof's desk? I just remembered. Professor Xavier said he'd choose a group leader. Of course. It was the logical selection. Congratulations, Cyclops. Thank you. Come in, please. I want you to know that I didn't ask for this assignment. In fact, I didn't desire it. I had been thinking of leaving the X-Men. Leaving the X-Men? Why, Scotty? You know how I fear the power beam which emanates from my eyes. I shudder to think what would happen if it ever accidentally gets out of my control. I had hoped to visit various doctors, to seek a cure, but the professors convinced me it is my duty to remain, to use my power against all evil, no matter how I dread the task. We know how you feel, Scotty, and we're with you all the way, pal. Oh, Scott, we all understand, but you made the right decision. We've studied together so long, worked so hard. We just can't split up now. The way she looks at him. How can he be so unmoved? Can he see how much she feels about him? Why not join us, Scott? It might be good therapy for you. I'd like nothing better than to be with you, but I must remain here, to look after things. The professor would want it this way. I hope you all have a good time. Okay then, Scotty. If any evil mutants come knocking at the door, give us a whistle. We'll be back before dinner, Scott. I know the coolest little coffee shop in Greenwich Village, with the dreamiest waitress. Well then, lead on, Macduff. They've gone, and here I sit, alone. Now, for the first time, I can realize how it must have been for the professor. All those long months, always apart, always alone. Slowly, thoughtfully, the X-Man known as Cyclops slides the top panel of his desk back, revealing an array of complex electronic controls. Now to listen to the steady drone of Cerebro's voice. unable to leave my post unless an alarm is sounded, and yet dreading the moment I hear that alarm, for it can only mean the menace of Magneto. Meanwhile, at a noisy carnival at the edge of town. This is the one place I can appear in public with impunity. All who see me think I am merely another costumed performer. Here he is, folks. The one, the only, the unbelievable Blob. Stand back now. Give him room. He is the one I seek. Once the Blob plants his feet on the ground, nothing can budge him. Go ahead, Jumbo. Pull. He is pulling. If he pulls any harder, that cable will snap. Medical science is unable to explain the Blob. His skin is so tough that it can withstand. But see for yourselves. Fire. He'll be killed. No, he won't. I've seen this act before. See? His body cushions the impact like a large pillow. I was right. That is no mere human. He is a mutant. What a valuable addition he will be to my powerful band of Homo superiors. With one such as him on our side, we shall be immeasurably stronger than the unsuspecting X-Men. Blob, I desire to speak with you. What's up, Rube? Silently, one of the most powerful mutant minds on Earth begins to probe the Blob's brain. Strange. There is a mental block there. I cannot penetrate his mind. Hey, who in Sam Hill are you, Mac? What are you doing with my performer? Who am I? I am Power. But you may call me Magneto. Mark that name well, Homo sapiens. Soon you and all your inferior kind shall pay it homage. I don't know what your game is, Mac, but if it's a fight you want, you came to the right place. Hey, Rube! Fool, you still do not comprehend the awesome force you are daring to challenge. Seconds later, in answer to the time-honored Carney battle cry, a group of husky roustabouts charged the mighty mutant. Let's get that costumed nut. But before they can reach Magneto, no one may touch the master. Like a human bouncing cannonball, the incredible high-jumping Toad leaps back and forth, up and down, scattering the dazed roustabouts like 10 pins. With speed and agility second only to that of the beast. Magneto must never be harmed. Then, before the stunned Carney men can regroup their forces, a speeding, careening, lightning-swift figure races through them, so quickly that only a hazy blur can be seen. Hey! What's going on here? Look out! There's another one! Possessed of a speed many times greater than any normal Homo sapien could hope to attain, the mutant Quicksilver startles and confuses the stunned humans. It ain't possible! He's so fast you could hardly see him! And then... Hey! Look what happened to my stake driver! Mine too. We must be dreaming. This ain't a dream. It's a living nightmare. Out of nowhere, a volcano erupting right here on the Carney grounds. So, you call my great powers mere illusions, do you? See how they throw an entire group of fighting men into sheer panic, my lovely? But you cannot throw those accursed images everywhere at once. Even now, some roustabouts are approaching from behind this wagon. Thrown off balance by the surprise attack, Mastermind momentarily loses control of his illusions and runs in panic. Grab those two. They're in league with the others. No, don't hurt us. Quiet, you shameless coward. My own hex power is enough to save us. All I need do is cause continual mishaps to befall our attackers. Hold it up, you guys. Don't chase them anymore. They're too much for us. Minutes later, Magneto and his mutants are finally alone with the Blob. I offer you a chance to join my band. You could be one of us, to share our triumph over Homo sapiens. Mister, I don't know who you are, or what you want, but I don't need any of you. Stop. Consider your words. If you are not with us, then we must treat you as an enemy. I cannot leave you here, on the chance that the X-Men may one day recruit you to join them. I must... What? You dare lay a hand on the person of Magneto? Look, Rube, I'm gonna show you that nobody scares the Blob. Not even a bunch of big-talking costumed clowns. Suddenly, an irresistible magnetic impulse affects the utility pipes directly underground, and they snap to the surface with titanic force. Fool! Be grateful I have only deigned to use a fraction of the limitless magnetic power which I possess. And then, a capricious fate enters the picture, as the force of impact jars loose part of the mental block which Professor X had previously put over the Blob's memory. See X-Men number 3, Beware the Blob. Editor. I remember now. I'm a mutant. The X-Men are my enemies. They were afraid I'd join Magneto. But I will join him. At that very instant, at X-Men headquarters, a siren begins to howl like a banshee as the name of the Blob lights up under the others on a master control panel. Known hostile mutants: Magneto, Toad, Mastermind, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Blob, unknown. The siren, the Blob's name, bursting into light. It can only mean one thing. His memory has returned. He's joined the evil mutants. The professor is gone. It's up to me to take command. I dare not fail. I've got to contact the others. I'll check their destinations in the sign-out book. I can reach the Angel through his car radio. Meanwhile, at a Greenwich Village coffee shop, the Beast and Iceman are enjoying a taste of the bohemian side of New York. How about that jazz combo, Hank? It's so far out that they'll be fired if anyone can understand the melody. Do you like the Zen poetry Bernard is reading, big boy? Poetry? I assumed he was checking a housewife's shopping list aloud. He is. That's what makes him a genius. Go, cat! Go! The trouble with you, Hank, is that you can't understand anybody who doesn't use 10-syllable words. Perhaps, Bobby. But at the moment, my most vexing problem is this pair of tight brogans I'm wearing. The agony is excruciating. Take 'em off, neighbor. In this place, nobody'll even notice. Ah, what a blessed relief. Oh, I spoke too soon. Are those real? Or is it some kind of gag? Say, dig that crazy paperweight. Don't move, stranger. I've gotta make a sketch of those feet. They should be immortalized on canvas. Wait till Bernard sees them. He'll write a new poem immediately. This could start a whole new cult. We'll call ourselves Barefoot Beats. Hail to the new leader, King of the Barefoot Beats. Free coffee for everybody. Those feet will put us on the map. I appreciate these accolades, but I think you're all totally bereft of sanity. Not only does he have the world's greatest feet, but he talks too. It looks as though your broad-shouldered buddy has made a hit with the crowd, Bobby. That's right, Zelda. And while everyone is marching around, I'd like a few words with you, pretty girl. You know, if you twist my arm, I think I could learn to like you. Then how come I hardly ever see you in here? It's not my fault, Zelda. I'm a real busy guy. And you're gonna be a lot busier, Romeo. Scott wants to see us. On the double. Wait, Bobby. Who's he? Where are you going? Who's Scott? Didn't you know? He's a superpowered mutant. Oh well. Ask a silly question. Let's go, Hank. It's a red alert. Get with it, fella. Warren, you're like manna from heaven to me. I thought I was inexorably trapped here. Huh? What? What'd you say? I said goodbye. That wasn't too wise, Hank. Someone might suspect your secret identity after a stunt like that. Not in that place, Angel. Those far-out characters wouldn't be inclined to suspect anything, unless it were normal. And as the X-Men prepare to muster their forces for battle, Magneto and his mutants also make last-minute preparations. This factory belongs to me. I have kept it for just such a time as this. Now that we are ready, we shall issue our challenge to the X-Men. Yeah. I don't even need all of you. I can handle those overrated weaklings by myself. Don't be a fool. They've beaten all of us in the past. Me, I want all the help I can get. And as the amazing teenagers reach their headquarters, into your costumes, quick. The Blob has his memory back. Anything can happen now. The Blob? Has he joined forces with Magneto? No time for talk now. Move. What's detaining you two? Relax, Hank. We're almost ready. My blamed wing straps just got stuck. There. That does it, Angel. Now stand back, guys. I'm gonna freeze up fast. Whoops. Too fast. My shirt, shoes, and socks froze up too. And cracked clean off. Gosh. And Zelda always liked that old shirt. Come on, you two. Let's not keep Scott waiting. Henry P. McCoy. You've got your nerve running ahead of me like that. Didn't you ever hear of ladies first? But of course, Jean, my sweet. In the same place that I heard, time and tide wait for no man. Well, it seems that even the scholarly beast has to be taught some manners now and then. Huh. To paraphrase an old cliché, never underestimate the telekinetic power of a woman. X-Men. I intend to put the entire city under my control. I challenge you to stop me. You can find me waiting at the following address. Move it! All of you! Magneto's contacting us. This is it. And a short time later, they've come. It's the X-Men's helicopter. I'll crush the fools like fleas. You'll do nothing, except what I order you to. Right now, you will remain standing there, to serve as bait for my trap. Look, Scott, it's the Blob. Let's go and annihilate him. No, it's too quiet. I don't like it. Let's hover here for a moment, until we can spot the others. So, they're employing caution, are they? Well, the patience of Magneto is wearing too thin to wait. I'll bring them down. Look out! The ship is falling apart! I've got to fly clear, then catch as many as I can before they fall. You can't save us all, Angel. I've a better idea. I must admit to being temporarily devoid of any suggestions. Help! I'm falling! Moving with breathtaking speed, Iceman creates a quick frozen ice slide, large enough to break their fall. Happy landings, kids. Bobby, you saved us. Good work, Bobby. Now that the others are okay, I'll just grab this falling rotor blade and wrap it around the Blob's ugly head. Stay where you are, diapers. I'll be right with you. But the powerful blade snaps to shreds at the first impact against the Blob's uncanny flesh. A lot of good that piece of tin will do you. You're fighting the Blob now. The one enemy you can't ever beat. There's no one the X-Men can't beat, mister. And don't you forget it. We proved that once, the last time we met. Ugh! Sure. But you had Professor X's brain to help you. Now he isn't here. And once I get my hands on something, nothing can pry them loose. Are you aware that you talk almost as much as I do, Blob? Although your vocabulary is neither as varied, nor as erudite. The beast's attack would have bowled over a hippo, but the Blob took it. Now he's got them both. Perhaps I can make him release them by raising him telekinetically. I warned you. Nothing can break my grip. Nothing. Not even the weak attempt of Marvel Girl. It's useless. His feet stick to the ground, pulling it up with him. I can't raise him any higher. Jean, you shouldn't have strained yourself against impossible odds like that. Leave him to me now. Only my power beam can beat him. Boy, you've got one qualification for a group leader, Scotty. You've sure got confidence. But the evil Magneto chooses that very instant to launch his previously prepared attack. Everything is perfect. They've been decoyed into the right position. Now I'll magnetically release my waiting torpedoes. Cyclops! They've launched torpedoes at us. Quick! You've got to destroy them with your power beam. I can't, Bobby. If my beam hits them, they'll detonate, finishing us all. There's only one thing to do. Create a curved ice tube. Quick! The way you've done in practice sessions. I read you, leader man. Why didn't I think of this? Whoops. There's one that got away, but I'll just put some ice wheels around it. Like this. Now watch. Neat, eh? It just rolls harmlessly away. Bobby, look out! Behind you! Moving with the speed of thought, the dynamic Cyclops blasts a hole under Iceman's feet, deep enough for Bobby to drop below the path of the deadly missiles. Oh, whoa! Duck, kid! Duck! They're too fast, too clever for my torpedoes. But if I could get them within reach of you, Blob. I told you I could handle them. Just get them over to me. Let me get my hands on all of them. But, unlike the Blob, the quick-thinking beast has his wits to rely on, as well as his strength. I'll concede your superiority in an arm wrestling match, but let's see how you cope with some sudden mud in your eye. Taken unawares, the slower-witted Blob releases his unbreakable grip as he follows the natural impulse to rub his eye. What? Can't see. Gotta get the mud out of my eyes. But instead of racing out of reach of the Blob, the beast once more makes an unexpected move, while his gargantuan opponent is still off balance. Eureka! I thought this maneuver would succeed. Even you can't maintain your stance when dealt a blow which you haven't prepared yourself for. Blast the luck! Those X-Men never seem to know when they're beaten. I'll shield myself from the Angel with a flying torpedo barrier. Nice try, Magneto. This maneuver might stop any ordinary flying foe of yours. But don't forget that the Angel has been trained to dodge targets which move even faster than these. Careless fool! You flew too low. Get him, Quicksilver! Ah! Wow. A punch from him is like being kicked by a maladjusted mule. Quicksilver is so fast that none of us can stop him. Perhaps. But I could certainly keep him on the run with bolts from my power beam. Heads up, Beast. I'll try to drive him into your arms. He's still too fast. He can turn on a dime. But here, I can hold him spinning in the air telekinetically. Hurry! Someone get under him and catch him. Let me do it, Cyclops. I'm a frustrated big leaguer from way back. My brother is trapped. I've got to free him with my hex power. No, you little fool. Don't distract them. I want them gathered in one group like that. But Magneto's command comes too late. Hit with the Scarlet Witch's hex power, the Beast and Cyclops cannot stop themselves from colliding into each other. Oh, I'm free. Nothing will ever catch me now. Then, the daring Iceman, trying his own strategy for restraining the powerful Blob, sees the lightning-swift Quicksilver approaching. There, Chubbins. That ought to hold you for a while. At least till I could slow down old Crazy Legs there. But so unimaginably swift is Quicksilver that even the combined efforts of all the X-Men are not enough to capture the speeding mutant. Well done, Pietro. I knew they could not catch you, my beloved brother. Fall in behind me now. The battle line is drawn. We're all together in a body, just as Magneto's mutants are. This is it. The final attack. Just say the word, Cyclops. We'll make them think Waterloo was a social tea party. Hey, stop flapping those wings of yours, Angel. You're tickling my ears. But before another move can be made, the gargantuan Blob expands his enormous bulk until the block of ice which confined him shatters with a deafening roar. You have used every power you possess against me, and failed. Now it's my turn, but with this one difference. The Blob shall not fail. Wait, don't make me blast you with my power beam. Stop. We've no reason to fight. Why should you serve Magneto? He's only using you. He's not stopping, Scott. At last, they're all in one group. Now my torpedoes can finish them all off. But the Blob, he's there with them too. That's his hard luck. He served his purpose. No, you can't. You mustn't. Look out! I'll shield you, Jean. Quick, behind the Blob, all of you. Magneto! No! Don't! Stop! Ah! Seconds later. It's almost incomprehensible. He took the full blast of 3 torpedoes and was merely knocked off his feet. It's ironic. One of our most deadly enemies shielded us from a fatal blast, while his own ally was willing to let him die without a second thought. Stay back, Jean. There's no telling what he'll do next. I had everything figured perfectly, but the Blob spoiled my plan. He was in the way. Again, I failed. Magneto, I know you saved my life once, and because of that, I owe you my allegiance. But I can't take any more of this senseless carnage. I can't. Easy, Wanda. Do not lose control. We shall talk of this later. Realizing he is in danger of weakening the hold he has over his mutant band, Magneto makes a sudden gesture, and one of the most unique vehicles on Earth appears. Quick! Into the Magna Car! All of you! This day has not been a total loss, for I have learned one thing. Professor X was not with them today. Not even mentally, else I would have sensed his brainwaves. That means the X-Men fight alone now. Therefore, I shall plan my strategy differently for our next battle. Cyclops, they're getting away. Not this time. I'll blast them to the ground. Wait, the Scarlet Witch. She's aboard also. You're right. And her brother Quicksilver. Somehow, I can't bring myself to believe that they are as evil as the others. Well, Pudgy, it looks as if your pals ran out on you, eh? Pals? The Blob has no pals. I realize that now. Why don't you join us? We've no need to be enemies. You could receive X-Man training, and perhaps, in time, if you qualify. No. I'm through with mutants. Through with fighting other people's fights. I'll never trust anyone again. I seem to remember something the professor once said, long ago. There are good mutants, and bad mutants, and there are also some who hate being mutants. Some who turn away from the great responsibility their power imposes upon them. I've no hate left in me. I'm just weary. I'm going back to the only place where I belong, to the Carney. I've lived a sideshow freak, And that's how I'll die. Ridiculous as it may seem, I almost find myself pitying that tragic human behemoth. I sure hope he never changes his mind. I wouldn't want to have to fight him again. Scratch one whirlybird, X-Men. This wreckage is beyond repair. Well, I guess we'll have to phone for a taxi. Uh-oh. I haven't any change in my pockets. In fact, no pockets. Know something? We're gonna feel like nuts walking home through the streets like this. Have no fear. Angel's here. I'll fly ahead and hail a taxi for us. While you're at it, borrow the fare. Your group leader's broke. The end. And so, another X-Men adventure becomes history. But, will we see more of Magneto's evil mutants? Will we see new danger and surprises? Will we? Are you kidding? Now, to all you happy Homo sapiens, so long, till next ish.